A lot of Main Street businesses that I talk to know that they need to be doing social media posts. They're cheap, they get a good audience, and they bring in new customers, but they just don't know how to do it. So instead of saying let's just hire a new person, let's help you to augment your team with a little bit of structure using AI. I set up a Claude project that basically runs my entire social media for me, and here's how I did it. First of all, there's 4 pieces to it. The operations, this is the instructions for the project that basically tell it what to do each time I start a chat in it. A playbook so that it knows what to post on, what channels am I active in, which ones do I own, and what does scheduling look like for each of those channels. A brand kit so it knows when I'm posting things like what voice to use, if there's a logo, calls to action, things like that that are just gonna stay forever. And then also I have everything logged into OpenBrain. That's a more advanced topic, but for now you could probably just use the conversation context. Now, 2 modes. Throughout the week, I want to be able to just dump an idea into it. This is set into the instructions. If it's just kind of a one-off thing, it'll mull it over with me, help me brainstorm. And then I have a weekly session. Usually takes me only a couple hours because it's feeding off the things that I've already told it. It helps me to figure out what is in my content pillars. So I like to teach, show, prove out, connect with people, or just spark conversations. Some of these kind of like improve my brand validity. Other ones are just so that more people are seeing my name more regularly. You've probably seen posts like this in your favorite channels that are just like a mildly controversial hot take. So the idea is we want to make sure that we're getting everything covered. Have I hit all of my content pillars this week? If not, give me an idea. Next, give me native versions for each of the areas. If I'm posting on LinkedIn, that's a different description than if it's going on YouTube or, for example, TikTok. So figuring out where should I be using hashtags versus tagging other businesses, or where is it that they kind of dock you for including a link in the description. Those are all things baked into my playbook. And then lastly, I stopped guessing what to post. Now I have it all figuring out, like what have I posted already when I'm scheduling these posts throughout the week. It's also reminding me this is evergreen content. Your audience is not gonna remember what you did 3 months from now, so might as well, while you're here, schedule that post again. Once you do this for a few weeks, I promise you, it's gonna be building a bigger audience. You're gonna not be dreading doing the social media posts as much because a lot of this stuff you've already scheduled in the past. So one of those situations where you're gonna be thanking the past you for doing something that helps current you and especially future you. If you have questions on this, you want to get my context files, let me know. And just for the sake of argument, I'll even say this entire presentation I did in Claude, and it was off of a really crummy prompt that I had it do that. But you can see it came in and it said, here's your YouTube description, here's your Main Street AI page description, personal LinkedIn, all of it. Plugged right in my calendar for when I should schedule it. If it's evergreen, I'm also going to schedule it for 2 months out, 6 months out, 9 months out, stuff like that, because my audience will be new and they probably won't remember that I posted this before. So let me know how you're building out your social media campaign using AI.